So, students, in the previous class, we were working upon group by operation in the pandas, and as I told that group by operation is a very important operation. Okay, and here we are performing a group of that means whatever the values which are present. Okay, in a particular column or a feature, accordingly we are organizing our data. Okay, so here to group the data by a column value, any of the column value, we need to group our data, we need to organize our data. So for that, group by method function is been used. Okay, so only the point is we need to pass the column as a parameter value, whatever be the column, whatever be the feature, whatever we are interested in to group by our data. So accordingly we are just going to give that particular column in this method group by, and it will perform this operation. So what we have seen is in our Titanic data set we performed a group by using class. Okay, and once this group by has been done, we were performing different analysis of this data which is been now grouped by. Okay, so here in Titanic data, I perform group by with respect to the class and assigned the value to a new variable, that is Titanic underscore GB class. Okay, and then when I found that how many groups are there in this particular variable, in this group by n groups. Okay, so it told that there are three classes available, and we know that there are three groups: first, second, and the third. In class, as we are grouping the data, then in a class we are having first class, second class, and the third class. So obviously we are available with the three groups. Okay, and then we asked for the size. What are the sizes of these groups? Okay, so for the first class the size is 216. That means 216 entries are present in this particular group. Similarly, for the second it is 184, and for the third it is 491. Okay, and then we ask what are the indices, what are the index values present in this groups. Okay, what are the index values? So for the first, the index values present are 1, 3, 6, 11, and so on. Similarly, we can ask for the second also, and we can ask for the third also. What are the index values present in these respective groups? Okay, and then we printed what are the first and the last entries present in these groups. Okay, so here I have printed the first entry. Okay, last entry, and I can print the first entry also. Okay, so here I did mention Titanic underscore GB class dot last. Okay, so in all the classes, what is the last entry available? It's going to tell you. So for the first class, second class, and the third class, what are the last entries? Here they are. Okay, similarly, you can use Titanic underscore GB class dot first. It will tell you all the first entries in these respective classes. Okay, here it is. Then next, I performed that if I need to have the data related to one of the specific group, for example, second, if I need to show the data related to the second group, for that you need to use get group. Okay, so in this group, that means that is the main group, Titanic underscore GB class, you can pick second group. Okay, all the data related to the second group. So here it is. It's showing all the details related to the second group. You can see class is second only. Okay, only second class data this has been available here. And if you want to use the first, then obviously it will represent you the first class data also. You can use anything here, first, second, third, and then you can check what's been there. All right, then we are available with aggregate functions, and I was discussing about that, very important again, aggregate functions in the pandas. Okay, so I have used one of the aggregate function here, that is the max. For example, in a group, in a group, if I do talk about the age column, what is the max value present here? Maximum age. So it's telling me in the first class the maximum age is 80, in the second class maximum age is 70, and in the third class maximum age is 74. So I am using this max operation with group by. Remember, very important thing to note, This aggregate functions are used in combination with the group by methods in the pandas. Okay. Now, similarly, if you want to get the information on the basis of this all aggregate functions, so I can use them in a list format. For example, here it is: maximum, minimum, count, median, and the mean. All these are the aggregate function. I can prepare a list of all them and give it here. So here I am taking fair column. Okay, and I am applying aggregate function, all the aggregate functions on the fair column. So it prepared me a chart, a table has been prepared. Okay, so for all the classes, first class, second class, third class, what is the maximum value for the fare, minimum value for the fare, count, median, and the mean values for the fare, all has been displayed here. Very important thing. Okay, you are learning these concepts, and it's mandatory for you all to apply these concepts when you are working with some of the projects. Okay, and obviously in your projects also, when you are going to build, this is some important information. If someone asks what is the maximum value here in this particular, what is the minimum value, okay, what is the mean mode value, how much is the count for it, so you can show that this is the sir information, and you can make this information available in your reports also. Okay. Now, again, how to concatenate the data, that was something which I was explaining at the last. Okay, and again, very very important concept. Okay, how to join the data frames and all this. So concatenating and merging the data. So again, I'm going to take the same data set, that is a Titanic data set. Okay, I'm going to load this Titanic data set from SNS, that is a Seaborn library. As I told in the previous class also, both Matplotlib and the Seaborn are the data visualization libraries. Matplotlib is a basic data visualization library. Seaborn is inbuilt on the top of the Matplotlib. Okay, highly interactive graphs you are going to get in the Seaborn, and here from the Seaborn I'm going to load the data set of Titanic, so it's already available. Okay, we do not have to work out for it. Okay, by using load underscore dataset method, I'm going to load it and assign it to a variable Titanic underscore data. After performing this operation, the concept says sometimes it happens we need to concatenate and join the multiple pandas data frame horizontally or vertically. Okay, because this is a practical operation. For example, you are available with the two tables, and it has been asked to you kindly join these two table. So you have an idea, either you can join horizontally or either you can join vertically. If the tables are joined horizontal, so all the columns should be same in both your tables. Okay, then only you can keep one table below another table. This is what you can do. Okay, that's a common understanding. Horizontal joining, sorry, in case of vertical joining. In case of horizontal joining, you can keep one table and another table side by side. That is your horizontal joining. In vertical joining, you are going to take the table, one table below another table. That is horizontal join. Okay, so here if I would say, let us get started, uh, that I need to concatenate or join the pandas data frame vertically or in a row order. Okay, I need to join the data frames vertically and in a row order. How I'm going to perform? See, let us create the data frames from the original data. So Titanic underscore data is your original data, and you are creating another data frames from it. How you are going to create another data frames from it? You have picked that. So let us consider class equal to first. So understand how to create a subset from a big set. Very important step, to create a subset from a bigger step. So you are saying this is my parameter Titanic underscore p class 1 data. You see, you can give any name. These big names are because I just want to clearly specify what this variable means. Okay, so Titanic passenger class 1 data. Okay, so it's already name itself is telling you that what it is for. And here I am taking Titanic data. See, from the Titanic data, remember what's happening. From the Titanic data, initial data set, I am picking Titanic data which is having class equal to first. From Titanic data, consider class equal to first. Just only pick this data. and print the shape of it. That means how many rows and how many columns are there. Similarly, from the Titanic data itself, pick those data which is having class equal to second. Okay, and then again print the shape of it. Very important how to create a subset. Okay, Rishmita, is it okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where is Ramya?
I'm present, sir.
Okay. Now, these are the two means I have created the first class and the second class. I pick the data of the first and the second. Okay, and then after that, what we are going to perform? I printed their shapes also. Okay, and here is my passenger class one data. So here is my passenger class one data, which was having the first only, comprising of the class equal to first. So I have printed this particular data. Similarly, I can print the class 2 data also, which is having only class second values. Both of them are printed. Now, now the task is, there are two ways to concatenate the data set. One is data sets horizontally. Okay, we can call the append method. Okay, and then we can concatenate. So how we are going to call the append method? See, here is your, for example, you have created another variable that is final underscore data, and here you are taking Titanic underscore passenger one data dot append method, that is appending list. We have already seen that append, how we can append elements to a list. Okay, how we can append list by a list also. So append method. Okay, same. So this is your first class data, and this is your second class data, and I am going to append it. And the task is, which has been happening here, is horizontally. Okay, so and I'm ignoring the index. Ignore the index. Whatever be the index, just ignore it. I'm not bother about. And here I'm printing the final data. Okay, so the output, what is the output here? The output is coming like this. That means you are available with the data of the first. Okay, and then you are available with the data of second. So previously, do you think is it concatenated horizontally? Because I am having a doubt here. We were working upon initially, as told, we need to concatenate the data frames vertically. So both the frames should have equal number of columns. So here the point is, we have performed this operation by merging, that is vertically, not horizontally. Okay, because you know that. And in horizontal, vertically, because in case of vertical only, we are having what? We are having the same number of columns. Same number of columns should be there. Okay, so we have created one data frame of class 1, we have created one data frame of class 2, and both are having same name of the columns. So we can keep one table above and one table below. So we have joined it vertically. Okay, vertical operation has been performed just by appending, and you can see that first is above and second is below. This is simple append. Okay, now another way is to concatenate the data frame by passing the parameter as concat. Okay, concat. So how we are going to do this? So the point is, again, pd, that is, I'm taking pandas as pd, then final underscore data equal to pd dot concat. So this is your first class data, this is your second class data, and I'm using inside it concatenation. We have seen this concatenation method in strings, because we used to concatenate the strings. We need to join the strings. So here I'm not joining the strings, I'm going to join the two data frames. That's what my task is. Okay, so joining two data frames, and I'm saying the result is 415. Previously, what was the result? Again, same 415. So I understood that either I can append or either I can concatenate. The rules are both the data frames should have same name for the columns. And if it is, then you can append and you can either of the choice. It's up to you. You can append or you can concatenate. Okay. Now, concatenating columns. To concatenate data frames horizontally, make sure that the data frames have equal number of rows. Now, Again, see, this is above what we did. We performed concatenation or the join or the append in vertical mode, one below the other. Now if you are saying that just place one table along with another table, one by one, side by side, okay, horizontally. So how we can do that? Here it has been told that you need to have the same number of rows, because previously we should have the same number of your what column. Now it has been told that you should have a same number of rows to join the two tables of the pandas, okay, one side by side. Okay, so here what we are going to do, again, we can use the concat method also similarly, but only the fact is we need to concatenate the data frames horizontally. For that we need to pass 1 as a value on axis as an attribute. That's what we need to do. Okay, so again the same method we are going to apply, concat, but the point is we need to give axis equal to 1. Okay, and there are two things we have remembered. Sir, x is equal to 0 is for the rows and x is equal to 1 is for columns. That we know. Okay, that is the basic concept. Here we are, though, applying horizontal operation. That means we want to do the horizontal concatenation. Still, we are going to give the x is equal to 1. Okay, so we can pass axis equal to 1 in this concat. So here we are available with, for example, df1 equal to final data colon 200 colon 200, then df2 equal to final data 200 colon. What does this mean? What does this mean? It's saying that in final data, take all the rows from 0 till 200. Take all the rows from 0 to till 200, because understand, in the final data you are available with 400 rows, and it is mentioned when you need to concatenate horizontally, then the number of rows should be equal. So we need to have 200 rows to join them. Okay, so what I did in the final data itself, this is the final data. Okay, this is your final data. From this final data, I am picking I am picking 0 colon 200. This is slicing. You know it. Slicing. So colon 200 means starting from 0 to 199. This is what you are picking. 0 to 199. All the rows you are going. This is your data frame. From 0 to 199, this one data frame you created. Another data frame you created starting from 200 to till colon. That means till 399. 200 to 399 you have taken. Okay, so next what you need to do, these two are the data frames. Okay, df1 and df2, and you have performed the concatenation. Here it is, pd.concat df1 comma df2 axis equal to 1, ignore index equal to true. I'm not going to consider what is the index and what the thing, so I'm ignoring the index right now. So just simply df1 comma df2 x is equal to 1, and very much important operation, concatenation, because it may happen you will be available with some different sheets and all this, and you need to merge those sheets. So how to merge? So either you can use append, either you can use concat, but merging should be like it again. There are rules. We have defined the rules here, we have performed the concatenation. Okay, so concatenation, these two df1 df2 x is equal to 1, ignore index, that's it. That's it. 215 215, and the final shape is 430. Final shape is 430. That means it's having your 400 rows and 30 columns. That's what it's having. Okay, so I have created a final data 2, which has been performed by concatenation of df1 and the df2. Okay, now um, so this operations we were doing on data set which is present in SNS. That is a Titanic data. Now, if you create data from your side, merging data, that means we can merge multiple data frames based upon the common values between another set of operation. Understand again, very you need to be attentive here. We can merge the multiple data frame based upon the common values which are present in any columns of the two data frames. How? Let's create two data frame, score 1 and score 2. Okay, let's create. Import pandas as pd. Score 1, scores 1, you are having subject maths score 85 and all these things. So subject, score, grade and the remarks, these are the four columns which are present in the scores 1. Okay, so you have created this data frame, that means it is a list of dictionaries. You have already seen this thing. So you created one data frame. You will, okay, right now I am having list of dictionaries, you will create a data frame by it, but still you created another scores, score 2. So having what, having what column names? Subject, score, grade and the remarks. That means all the column names are same for both of them. Both of the data frames, all the column names are same, but the point is you have used different values. That means for subject math, history, English and the chemistry, and here you are having subject arts, physics, English and the chemistry. See, English and chemistry are present here, English and chemistry are present here. Okay, in both these scores 1 and scores 2. So currently these are list of dictionaries. Then you will convert them into data frames like this. Scores was 1 underscore df equal to pd dot data frame scores 1 and pd dot data frames is score 2. Okay, you are going to convert them into the data frames. So here they are converted. After that, I printed what is the score 1. This is the score 1 head, that means the first 5 rows of scores 1. Then first 5 rows are the score 2. Here is the first 5 rows of the score 2. Okay, fine. Then I need to merge them. Okay, so how to merge them? Okay, before merging, Rishmita, where are the students?
Sir, but most of us are facing net problems.
There is a echo in your mic. Anyone can tell me? Ramya, is she here or not? Rishmita, there is an echo when you are speaking on the mic. I can't hear it properly. Most of us are facing. Oh, so students should connect via your hotspot if it is possible. Okay, if your Wi-Fi is having issues, so you can connect by your sources. Okay, what has been available. Okay, so ours are displayed on our projector. Okay, so okay, you're seeing on the projector. All right, and codes are available with you. I guess I have already mailed you. So if you are listening, you are seeing on the projector, so you can do side by side coding. And if you are having any doubt, you can please let me know. All right, so let's proceed. So we can see we have created two data frames. Okay, scores 1 and score 2, two data, and you have printed that also, and we found that, sir, there are two columns which are common in nature in both the data frames. That means chemistry is column, and chemistry column and the English column both are present in the data frames. Now what to do? I need to merge these two data frames. So we can merge or join these two data frames on any column which are same in these two data frames. So how to do this? The merge function in pandas can be used to merge the two data frame based upon the columns, and the merge is similar to join operations. So the join can also be done in different ways: inner join and the outer join. See, in SQL, that is structured query language, SQL, we can, because SQL also store the records in a table format. In database, it creates a database in a tabular database. Okay, so there also we can join or merge the data in SQL. Okay, so here right now we are performing inner join of the two tables. Okay, how to do that? To merge the data frame, we need to call merge function on the data frame that we want to merge function on the data frame, that that we want to perform on the left side of the join operation. What it's been told, to merge two data frames, we need to call merge function on the data frame. Merge function on the data frame on the left side of the join operation. This data frame is to be merged on the right, passed as a first parameter. How? Lot of statements has been written here, but this will only be understand when we are going to see the practical operation. Okay. Finally, the merge status pass how attribute. Okay. With inner join, only those records from both the data frame are returned where there are common values in the column for the merging data frames. For example, in score 1 and score 2, English and chemistry are the two subjects that are common, that exist in the subject column for both the data frame. Yes. Therefore, in the output, we can see that the merged data frames containing these two records and the column names score, grade, and remarks are similar in both the data frames. The column names with the data set on the left, which is score 1, have been appended with X. Okay, so what actually it is? I am here performing inner join. So I gave a variable name join underscore inner underscore df. This is equal to score 1 df dot merge. See, what is the scores 1 underscore df? This is your first data frame. And I am to merge this. I need to merge this data frame with the data frame 2 on the basis of subject. On the basis of subject, because I know that in a subject, in this subject column, it has been, I know that we are available with, okay, subject is present in this data frame also, subject is present in this data frame also. In both the data frames, subject, score, grade, everything is present, both are same. But but there are some values also which are same in these two subjects. Then the values are English and the chemistry. Okay, in score 1 also and score 2 also, English and the chemistry. So what we are doing, we are saying that merge these two data frame on the basis of subject. How? Inner join. So in case of inner join, only the values, what values? English and the chemistry, these are common. So it joined them on the basis of English and the chemistry. And then what you see, score x and grade x. Okay, and then score y, grade y, and the remarks. So score x, grade x, and the remarks, these are for whom? These are for whom? These three columns are for which data frame? Score x, grade x, and the remarks x. So which is the scores in the following string have appended with x, while the column names in the data frame on the right are appended with y. That means for score x, grade x, and the remark x are from which data frame? From data frame number 1, 76 C and fair, 72 C and fair. See, 76 C and fair, 72 C and fair. That means for data frame 1. And then score y, grade y, remark y are for these 92A excellent. That means for your data frame 2, and 91A excellent. See, 92A excellent and 91A excellent. So this is inner join. Inner join, I can pick any of the common column which is present in both the data frames. Okay, and then I am saying what are the common values present in them. So common values were English and the chemistry. So obviously on the basis of subject, I pick English and the chemistry. And how you are going to join? This is inner join. And this same approach is followed in SQL also, structured query language. Okay, now this is also called as right join. Okay, this is also called, we have already studied about that, this kind of merge, we which we did perform right now, is also called as your right join. Okay, in case of left join, merging with the left join. We can merge the two pandas data frame using left join, where all the records to the left side of the merge are returned, whereas the right data frame is only those records which are written as a common value. How? What I'm going to say: join inner df scores dot data frame merge scores df. That means I'm going to merge score 1 with the score 2 on the basis of subject with a left join, and let us print it. That means previously, in case of right join, everything has been converted horizontally, and now in case of left join, everything is been now available in form of your what else, what else, subjects. Which subjects you are now available with, sir? In case of left join, I am considering data frame 1 only. Okay, with maths and history, they are present in df1. So in case of df1, we found that only the df1 values are available here, and for the df2, since they are not present in df2, then that means null values are present. So this particular thing I have already achieved above English and the chemistry. This I already achieved above with your right join. That means how? Inner. Okay, inner join. And in case of left join, I am considering all the subjects which are present in score 1. Okay, however, if the subjects are not present in score 2, so here we are getting the null values for it. And if they are present in score 2 also, so I'm filled up with these values. Okay, what kind of join it is? Left join. Okay, so previously it was inner join, and now you can say it's an outer join. Inner and the outer join, you can say. So there's if I say that previously it was right, no, it's not actually right. It's we just consider it as an inner join. Previous was inner, and this one is a left join. Okay, so just what is the difference? In case of inner join, we are just only considering common values in both the data frames. Just make a remark: common values in our data frame, this is inner join. And in case of left join, we are considering the common values also, and the other values also which is present in data frame 1, df1. And since the values which are present in df1, they are not present in df2, so here we are available with the values null values. Okay, now there is one more join that is called as a right join. How we are going to perform the right join? In merging the right join, the output contains all the records from the right data frame. Okay, so here in case of left join, the output is present for the left data frame. So this is left data frame, and this is right data frame. So in case of left join, I am available with all the outputs which are present in left data frame. But right now, if I am going to do right join, if I am going to do right join, so all the elements which are present in scores df, because it is present in your right hand side. You can see on right hand side scores 2 df is present, on left hand side scores 1 df is present. Okay, so in this case of right join, we will be having all the values which are present in scores 2, and if they are not present in score 1, obviously nan, null value. Okay, so here is the result. So arts, physics, English, and chemistry are all present in score df2, but arts and physics are not present in scores df1. Therefore, score x, grade x, remark x, all are null. These all are null values. Okay, remaining English and chemistry are present. These are two are the common subjects, so it's present. That's why we got the result. Now please tell me what you understood and what you didn't understood. Please, someone give me a feedback. We performed inner join, we performed right join, we performed left join. Now please let me know that what you because if these are the concepts which has been not create issues with the students. Okay, Rishmita said understood. Okay, and the same kind of operation is been performed on SQL. So we are, because pandas and a data frame table we used to create. So obviously it's applicable here also. How to join two tables? So right now we perform inner, left, and the right. Now the next case is of outer join, merging the two data frames based upon the outer join. How? With the outer join, all the records are returned from both the right and the left data frames. And here is the example: both all the records has been returned with the outer join. That means maths, history, English, chemistry, and the arts. So English and the chemistry. See, don't use head here. Okay, run this code. All right, I need to run all the codes which are mentioned here. Let me run it. Okay, so run this thing, then running this thing, this. Okay, all right, then right join. Okay, and then outer join. Here it is. See, so outer join will gonna consider all the entries present in both the data frames. Okay, and if any of the entry not available in this data frame, it will be null. And if any of the entry present in another particular data frame, that will be considered as null. So maths, history, English, and the chemistry are present in first data frame. Okay, so its values are mentioned here, but maths and history are not present in second data frame. That's why its values are null here. Okay, NaN, null values. Similarly, English and chemistry are present in data frame 2. Okay, done. In data frame 1 also, data frame 2 also, done. But arts and physics are not present in data frame 1. So that's why its values are null. Here it is filled. So outer join is going to consider all the values. It's most of the students, sir, what is this in SQL also? So you can hit two arrows in this concept only. You are working with the Python pandas. Okay, whatever you understood the concept, what is inner join, what is right join, what is left join. Okay, and what is outer join? Whatever the concepts applicable here, that is also applicable over the SQL. Okay, so this is the outer join, considering all the values. Just what you need to write: merge, again the same thing, merge this thing with this thing on the basis of subject, and how outer. That's it. This is the syntax. All right, so all things are easy, simple to understand, but important. Next, if you want to remove duplicate values, let's now consider some other things. If we want to remove the duplicate values from your data frame, so how to remove the duplicates from your data frame? See, the point is, for example, our data set contains duplicate values and frequently we need to remove them. But here is your data frame. Scores: maths 85, science, English 91, arts, history 95, chemistry, history 95, chemistry, English 95, chemistry. And let us create a data frame on the basis of subject, score, and the subject. So subject, score, and the subject, we are creating a data frame. So this actually scores currently is a list of lists. Previously we were using list of dictionaries. Now it is list of list. In list of dictionaries, things are quite easy. We understood, okay, what would be the name of the column and what are the values which are been present in those columns. But in case of list, it seems like somewhat difficult, because here we are not knowing what is the column name. Only values we are knowing. Okay, these three values, these three values, three values are there. But here we gave the column names. We need to, in case of data frame now, we need to give the column names. So column names are subject, score, and the subject. And we created a data frame: subject, score, subject. So mathematics 85, science, English 91, arts, history 95, chemistry, history 95, chemistry. Okay, duplicates. And I have already explained you duplicates in my previous sessions also, how to remove them. How to first check the duplicates also, whether they are having duplicated value present in your data frame or not. I have told you. And how many? Okay, so let's consider here also. For example, let me run this code. Okay, and then it's visible to you all, sir, that what is duplicated here. What is duplicated? From the above, we see that there are duplicated rows, index 2 and index 3. Index 2, okay, this is 59. Okay, it's not 59, it should be 95, I guess. 95. Now we can see, run this code. Okay, so history 95, chemistry, history 95, chemistry. These two are the duplicate rows in our data frame. So the point is, we need to remove them. We need to remove them. So this is visible to you because it's a short data. Only 5 rows are there. But if the data set is large, how you are going to know that? I have already told you the syntax for it. What is your data frame name? My underscore df now. So you can do like this: my underscore df dot duplicated duplicated dot sum. How many duplicates are present in your data frame? Okay, it let you know. Okay, one. Okay, only one is duplicates here. So this is just a simple 5 data frame. For example, if you are available with 10,000 entries, so you're not going to check how many duplicates are there. Just use this simple command, duplicated dot sum. It will tell you how many duplicate rows are there in that particular data. So here I am available with one, so I can drop it. How to drop? Drop underscore duplicates method. I've already told you in the previous class also. Drop underscore duplicates. And it's going to drop you the duplicated value present in your data frame. Okay, so my underscore df dot drop underscore duplicates, give another name to it, result. Okay, and just print the result. Here it is. Duplicates are dropped. Okay, now if we want to keep the last instance and remove the remaining duplicates, you need to pass a string last as the value to keep the attribute of the drop duplicates. So how? What it's going to say? If we need to keep the last instance and remove the remaining duplicates, so already I am available with only one duplicate. Okay, and if I do run this code, what I'm going to get? What is the last instance? What is the last instance here? Above, English 95, chemistry. And here it is, history 95, chemistry. This is also history 95, chemistry. I got one duplicate, I dropped the duplicate. So I got history 95, chemistry. Okay, and here it said if you want to keep the last instance, that means previously when I am going to drop the duplicate, it dropped the last instance. That is which row it dropped? It dropped this row, history 95, chemistry. That is row number 3. But my wish is to keep this and remove the duplicate. So now if you are going to say, sir, we are using last, keep last, so it will drop this thing, second, history 95, chemistry, and keep the third row, history 95, chemistry, in your results. Here it is. Now index 3, history 95, chemistry is kept. Previously when you are dropping the duplicates, it has been not kept. Here is the result. Previous result was second row values. Now with last, you can have the third row's values, keeping the instances of the last row, which is duplicate. It's up to you, because whether you are going to keep the second, whether you are going to keep the last. The point is, since they are duplicates, okay, since they are duplicates, so obviously the values are same. Only the point is they are available at different index positions, different rows. Okay, so if you want to keep the last row which is duplicated, remaining, you can keep it, and remaining the duplicate row is over. Okay, now finally, if you want to remove all the duplicate rows from your pandas, keep any instance. Okay, keep false. Keep false. That means all the rows which are duplicated, all everything, just remove it. Keep false. That means that means now I am available with English, maths, okay, with these unique values. Now 2 is also removed and 3 is also removed because both are duplicate now. So I'm not going to keep any one of them also. No, no, not I'm going to keep, no, neither any one of them. I am saying keep false. No duplicate should be there. Keep equal to false. Now you can see none of them are duplicates. That means my data set is more reduced now. Okay, only 3 rows are here. Previously I was getting 4 rows. Now it's 3. I don't want to keep any duplicate. Further, the drop duplicates method only removes the duplicate rows. Whereas all the columns contain duplicate values, you have to remove rows based upon the duplicate values in a subset. Now, sir, you have performed this operation over what? Over whom? Over the rows, na? I checked the rows, na, whether they are having duplicate values or not. I was checking row wise for the duplicates. But if you want to check column wise whether they are having duplicates or not. Okay, so for example, my df drop underscore duplicate subset equal to score. So I'm going to check in the score whether they are having duplicate values or not. I need to drop them. So initially, when I go to my initial data set, my initial data set is like this. In score, I am having 95, 95, 95. Three scores are 95 duplicates. Okay, and if I need to remove duplicates on column basis, I can do that. How I'm going to do that? Here I'm taking subset equal to score. Okay, and it will drop 1. Okay, it will keep only 1 and remaining all dropped. Okay, that means this 95 and this 95 both are dropped. Only 195 has been here. So when you are dropping according to the column, obviously rows are also dropped. So if you don't want to keep this 95, it is mandatory. I don't want to keep this complete stuff. This 95 also, if I want to remove, I don't want to keep this complete stuff. Okay, it's all dropped. Okay, and in the next case, see here, here is a result when you are going to drop. Okay, on the basis of score. Now, removing duplicate columns. There are two main ways to remove the duplicate columns. You can remove the two column with the duplicate name. You can also remove two columns containing duplicate values in the rows. How? Let us create some example. Again, I'm going to take list of list. Okay, and here I'm available with math, science, and maths, then score, then science score, and so on. Like subjects and the scores are there. Okay, so I'm a subject and the percentage actually. This is a subject, this is the score, this is again the subject, and this is the percentage. Okay, for five we are creating. Okay, so here the point is create a data frame scores with a column name subject score subject and a percentage. Okay, so here is your data frame. 5 subjects you are considering. Now what I need to do, we can see that in the above data frame contains two columns with the name subject. Okay, this is also subject, this is also subject. Okay, now also the score and the percentage columns have duplicate values for all the rows. Okay, score is 85, percentage 85, score 91, percentage 91, score 95, 95, 95, 95. Okay, that means the score and percentages are having same values. We are having two columns, subject both are same but values are different. Okay, but the name of the column are same. Okay, then we are having score and the percentage name are different but the values are same. Now what to do? See, the data can be of any format, any raw format. Now you have to use your skills. what you have learned here in the pandas to make your data refined, informative. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first remove the columns with duplicate names. Okay, I want to remove the columns with the duplicate names. Here is how you can perform this by using duplicated method. So what I'm going to do, result equal to my underscore df dot loc colon, that means consider all the rows, tilted sign, my df dot columns duplicated. That means I'm going to remove all the columns which are duplicated, consider all the rows. So my underscore df dot loc, you very well know loc, location, you very well know about it. In a location, I am going to consider all the rows, colon, colon, that means consider all the rows, comma, this is for the columns. So the before comma the things stands for the rows, after comma things stands for the column. Okay, so I need to remove all the columns which are duplicated. So there is a tilted sign, negation, and then you are going to remove all the duplicates here. So you can see in the result, now there is no subject, only one subject is there. No, previously we are having two subjects. So this subject thing which was duplicated has been removed. Okay, it's been removed. Now to remove the column with the same values, we need to convert the columns to rows using T transpose. Again, very important skill to understand. For example, you know that, sir, here the column names are different, percentage of score, column names are different, but the values are the same. So if we need to remove the columns with the same values, you need to first convert columns to rows by using transpose, that is T. T is a transpose. Then we can drop the duplicates from the data frame. Okay, so how? Then I'm saying uh, duplicates by transpose. Finally, we can again transpose the result to get the same thing into column. So double transpose. See what I'm doing. My underscore df dot transpose. So it will convert rows to columns and columns to rows. So this will be transposed. And then I am applying drop duplicates over it. So it will drop the duplicates which are present in those rows. And then again I am applying the transpose. That means again it will convert rows to columns. Okay, so first a transpose, convert your rows to columns, apply duplicates, all the duplicated rows will be over, then again perform the transpose. Again, the things will be converted, rows to column, columns to row, whatsoever. Okay, so here is the result. Final. Here is our final result. See, remember, I applied this on my underscore df transpose. I didn't apply it on result underscore and result dot t dot duplicates. Okay, because you will see, sir, subject we have already removed, sir. Now again, you again in this result we are going to get the we are getting the subject. No, I applied on my df. Your my df is this thing. This is your my df. Okay, this is your my df. So I applied the operation over whom? Over my df. Over my df. Okay, so that's why if I would have applied the operation over result, so the result would have been somewhat different. That you understands. Once you do the code from your side now, then you will understand what's happening. So only the logic is I removed the duplicates values. So here you can now see only score. There is no percentage available. Okay, there's no percentage. So though it looks like, sir, simple, sir, it's like a simple thing, but when we are working with a big data set now, everything is like hosh posh. We it's and the data set is not only having 2 to 3 features. It's not, they are having many features and a lot of rows, 10,000, 20,000 rows. Okay, and even more than that also. And then we need to apply duplicates, we need to check whether now all the duplicates are removed and all these transformations we need to do. And then so it's not been easy tough, but here operation which you applied on the sample data set and operation which you are going to apply there, it's all same, but just learn from here and then you can proceed ahead with. big stuff that we'll going to cover in the projects. Now let us consider another data frame. Okay, in this data frame I am having names, I am having age, test, and teacher. That means I am available with the dictionaries, so I'm going to create a data frame from this dictionary. Okay, so here it is. Here is your data frame. Now what you need to do, pivot table. Again, very important, very important. Pivot table, how to create a pivot table. So using a pivot table, this method, we can generalize certain group by behaviors to get a median teacher score, median teacher score by it. Okay, how? We are creating a pivot table, scores dot pivot table, index equal to teacher. Okay, index equal to teacher. So let's go above. Teacher is Ashby and Jones. Okay, so I am creating pivot. That means pivot is a point. You very well know it's a point. So I am pointing teacher column here in this particular data frame with a pivot table, pivot underscore table, index equal to teacher. I'm keeping this index as a teacher, and I am taking the values test one and the test two. Okay, just take the test one and the test two values and calculating the median. Oh, yeah, medium in them. Medium. So median is an aggregate function, you know. Median, mean, min, max, count. So these are the aggregate functions. Here I'm going to calculate the median. Very, though this data set is very small, okay, but concept is a huge concept. Okay, not everyone remembers, sir, how to create a pivot table, sir. What is the use? It's already told to generalize the group by behavior. This is why we are using the pivot table generalization technique. Okay, so I'm considering teacher as an index and taking the values test 1 and test 2. Depends upon you whether you want to take test 1, test 2, age and the name also. Sorry, age and name. Yeah, I guess age is okay because name is something whose median is not been there. Okay, so age, you can also take the age. Okay, and then you can use the median value for that. Okay, so let me take the age also. Let me run this code, and now considering age also. Age. Okay, and let run the code. Okay, so here, okay, see, one thing happened. Wait, let me first again run this code. Okay, just wait. I think I did some mistake. No, let me again create a data frame and use age here. He- Yeah, here it is. You can check. Age is also now come with test 1 and the test 2. So you can take any number of columns whose aggregate you want to calculate, that is aggregate function, that is median. So the median age is 15.5 for the HBA teacher, and the test scores are 88, and the test 2 score is 81. For Jones the age is 15.5, and these are the results. Now it's not like that you can only perform the pivot according to one index only. No. Here in the next example, I did performed the pivoting with respect to teacher and age both. You can perform the pivot with this thing also. Let me run this code. Here it is. You can check. So with respect to the teacher, Ashby, age 15 and the 16. These are the scores. Okay, median scores. And for the Jones teacher, you are having 15 and the 16 again age, and these are the scores. So you can perform again. It's a version of group by only. That means right now I am performing group by with, previously I did perform group by with respect to the teacher, and now I am performing group by with respect to the teacher and the age. Okay, so teacher and the age I am performing group, and then for others what are the values for it. That's what I'm performing here with the pivot table. So it's just similar to the group by operation only. Okay, so you can use any of your indices, and you can then group the values. Okay, very important. Again, I'm repeating again and again, important. Okay, because pivot table um, difficult for student to understand, because it's performing group by with along with the aggregate function. Your join, which I've already told you, merging of the two data frames, not been easy for anyone to first understand how to join the two data frames: inner join, outer join, left join, right join. So with simple examples, I made you understand that this is how you can join the data frames, and here also how you are going to perform the pivot table. Okay, so now you change the aggregate functions here, min and the max. Here you change the aggregate functions. Now what result you are going to get? You are saying, sir, I am indexing with respect to the teacher, so HBY and the Jones. Then you are having two aggregate function, min and the max. For test one, I'm going to consider the min values, and for test 1 and test 2 I am going to consider the max values for both of them. So min values for the test 1 and the test 2 are these, and the max values for the test 1 and test 2 are these for these teachers. Okay, for example, there is a data set available, and I need to perform the operation. You have been given a task: kindly find in and there are teacher names. Okay, so on what teacher, or there are students also, for example, if I can index on the basis of students. So if I want to check whether which student is got the in test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, for example, or they are having 2 to 3 tests, what which is given, who got the maximum value or who got the minimum value. Okay, so you can use these operations to find. Okay, so aggregate functions, min and a max, you have already used the aggregate function median here. Okay, now next, median with the margins true. Okay, I am going to use the medians with margin equal to true. Now it's going to give you the result here. Okay, on addition, simple feature in the pivot table, ability to add summary in the rows. So if I going to use margins equal to true, now it's going to add the summary in the row simply by setting margins equal to true. So here is the summary. Okay, so here I am going to take index values for test 1 and the test 2. So for the test 1, 88, for test 2, 81. Okay, for the teacher HB, I am going to take the median values. So median for test 2 for your HB teacher is 81, and for the test 1 the median value is 88. For Jones the median value is 89 for the test 1, and 86 for the test 2, and here is your summary for it: 89 and 82. This is the result which we got. Okay, so you can simply use margins equal to true to add summary rows in your data. One more thing, cross tab function. This function is used to plot cross tabulation between the two columns. Between two columns I need to perform the cross tabulation. How? Again, in this I'm going to import the Titanic data set and use the cross tab matrix between the passenger class and the age columns. So let's see how we are going to do. Again, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Again, I'm going to take the seaborn pandas. I'm going to take style. I'm going to take the dark grid. Okay, that means for the plotting purposes, for drawing the plots. And here I'm using the Titanic. Okay, Titanic data set. This code you already know about. And then what I'm going to do, pd.crosstab. In crosstab, I am going to take the class and I am going to take the age. Margins equal to true. That means I need to print the summary also. So Titanic crossed up class. Okay, so class and the age. First class, second class, third. Here is the age: 42, 67, and all these things. These are the ages. Okay, these are all are the ages in the data set. Okay, now the thing is, sir, you can say, so ages are how the ages are looking fractional, sir. How ages cannot be fractional? Ages can be, if let's see what's present in your data set for the age. Here, if I do run this code, okay, and if I print the Titanic data, if I print the age for the Titanic data, let me print age, okay, dot unique. Age, okay, I think this age is present here now. Just wait. Let me check home. What are the columns? Which column names present? If you are not mistakening, then writing the name of the columns. Okay, age is small. Okay, I took capital. Okay, now here it is. All right. So here are the age. Well, it's available in fractional. So 22, 38, 26, and there are also 0.83, then 0.75, 34.5, 0.42, 0.67. Okay, so that's why now you, if I thought that you might be asking me questions, sir, how age is 0.42 point, it's already available in the data. It's not been something devised by me. Okay, you can see these are the ages present in your data set. And how I printed this thing? Okay, I uploaded my data set here. Okay, and I dot columns, I printed the column names, and with the age in the Titanic data, I picked the age and printed the unique value of it. What are the unique values present in the age? So these are the unique values which are present in the age. Some entries are empty also, NaN. Null values are also present in your data set for the age. Okay, that's fine. So I need to create a cross tab. So cross tab basically means, it's already discussed, that cross tabulation between the two columns is, I need to import the Titanic dataset by cborn. I did that, and plot a cross tab matrix between the passenger class and the age column. So here's a cross tabulation. Okay, that means pick the class first, second, third, and I made margin equal to true. That means I need to put the summary also. Okay, so for the age 0.42, a class, that is first class, no one present with the age 42. Second class, no one present with the age 42. Third class, yes, there is one present with the age 42. Understand what I'm saying? With age 0.67, first class, okay, no one present. Okay, in second class, there is one person present with the age 0.67. Okay, all the result final is all. Okay, then you can consider with the age 2. Okay, one person is present in the first class, 2% are present in the second class, and 7% are present in the third class with the age 2. This is how we have performed. So for all the ages, it's been calculating. For first class, age 80. Okay, 1% present. Okay, so that's it. All. That means it calculated the sum. All these sums are calculated. All the sum. And there are dot dot now. There are internal also. So there are 183. These are 173, and this is 355 results. Overall result is 714. Overall result by adding this 714. And here, okay, there's nothing to be done. 714 entries are there in the last all. That is a summary chart. Okay, so you can perform the cross tab also, but taking two features: cross tabulation. All right, all right. Okay, fine. Okay, then we are available with your Matplotlib. So I hope you understood the cross tabulation. Is it required to make you understand? All right, now, any doubt in the pandas, Rishmita? Any doubt in the pandas thing? Understood. What about others? I don't know the names now. What whose names are visible here in the Google? So I'm saying remaining all of the email addresses. Like if I would say 221 triple E. Okay, so only those the student will think, sir, you only call the two people, sir. Only Rishmita and Ramya, because the reason is their names are visible to me here. Okay, one more, that is Akhila. I can see the name. Navya, I can see the name. Ramya says no doubt. Okay, Tanuja, I can see her name. Mandhunika, Satyashri, Some people I can see the names. Remaining I can see their your roll numbers. So I want the students to be interactive. Yes sir, no sir. Just say something should be interaction from your side also, because I am the person continuously speaking. Okay, so something from your side also you can say. Okay, Madhunika said no doubt. Okay. And there is one more. There's a echo. If the student is having problem also, na sir, if we unmute ourselves, so there will be echo. Okay, so that's why we are not speaking. Am I right? All right. So next, yeah. Now, so the next thing is the your visualization thing. I'm done with the pandas. What has been necessary for you to learn, understand. So I'm done with the pandas. Now the next thing is you need to perform the visualization. Okay, so in case of your visualization, if I do talk about in your data science and machine learning, very important thing it is. Okay, and visualization is something you need to represent. You need to represent the data in form of graphs, charts, plots, or whatever you can say. And only the information can be understood by us in a better way when when we show the things in a visualization. Okay, we can draw the plots for it. All right. So as I told that Matplotlib and the Seaborn. Okay, Matplotlib is a basic data visualization library for you, and Seaborn is a good visualization. And there are many other libraries also which will give you highly interactive graphs, highly interactive graphs that you will see in the offline sessions. However, um, the point is we are going to work with the Matplotlib library initially. Okay, so here in this particular code we want to draw something. What we need to draw, I am taking import numpy as np. Okay, you very well know sir, numpy library already discussed. Then import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, that is for the visualization. So numpy is for linear algebra, for numerical computations. We have seen all its operations. Matplotlib is for your data visualizations. And what I'm doing, x equal to np dot arrange 6. What is np dot arrange 6? Arrange 6 means sir, take the values from 0 to 5. Okay, so I am taking the values of x as from 0 to 5, and I'm going to print x. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm checking the type of x. What will the type? So it's a numpy array. X is the numpy array. Now I need to plot, I need to create y. I need to create y. That means on x axis, I am going to take these values, and on y axis, I need to pick the values x plus 1, y equal to x plus 1. Okay, so I'm saying y equal to x plus 1. So just add 1 to the all the values of x, and that will be my y values. And here I'm taking a range. Okay, so from 0 to 5, and then I'm going to plot. So if you are going to do a sample plot in Matplotlib, just you need to use a method plt dot plot x coordinate, y coordinate, and here is the color. Okay, here you are going to show that in a dotted format. Not exactly, and just I need to show them in a dotted format. O dash dash, not given the color, it's dotted format. Okay, so and then plt dot show to display your chart or plot. Okay, so what I did, I randomly I just created a data of x values, and I made y values from it as x plus 1. Okay, and then here I just prepared a plot x comma y and o dot dot, that means with the dotted I need to show, and here is your line. Okay, and all the points has been shown with the dots. You can see that not dotted, this is a dotted line, and all points are been visible here for x and y both coordinates. Here just a simple plot. So with plt dot plot you can draw a line and giving x and values, x and y values here, coordinates here. Okay, and if you would say sir, if you want to draw some simple stuff also, all right, so just do one thing, just to take this matplotlib. Okay, and input it here and use create a list x equal to list of 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, and create a list y equal to 1 comma 4 comma 9 comma 16 comma 25. That means I'm going to consider the squares of them. Then you can pick this method. Okay, plt dot plot xy. Okay, and just paste it here. Okay, and run the code. Here it is. So it's not a big deal to draw the plots. You took list X and a list Y. Their values are present, and then you have drawn the curve. That's it. Simple. And if you say, sir, we don't want to use this O dash dash, so again copy this code, copy this code and paste it here. Don't use O dash dash. Then what it going to show you? Just we want to use plt.plot x comma y. Now it will show you the complete line, not the dashed points. And you will say, sir, O dash dash. No, sir, we just going to pick O only, sir. No dash dash. No dash dash. Just pick, sir, only O. And it's going to show you only the points. Only the points it's been representing. So it's up to you. What you think, sir? What experiments I can do? Anything coming in your brain? Any crazy you are? How much crazy you are? How much you love the coding? You can do anything. Okay, so I used O dash dash, then I removed O dash dash, then I use only O. And these are the results which I'm getting. If I get error also somewhere, then also I will be happy, because error is an information. It tells us where you did wrong. Then accordingly we can take a direction. We can do the changes. Now, here in the next example, I took again x values. Np dot arrange 2 to 6. That means 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I created y x plus 1. Okay, and then here we can add an argument to the interval as follows. Also, this is how also we can create the intervals. That means 2, 6, 2. That means start from 2 and end till 6, and add 2, 2 to it. Add 2, 2 to it. So 2, then 4. That's it, because 6 is excluded. Okay, and then create b by it, b equal to a plus 1, and then draw the plots. You can plot two different things under one graph also. This is also possible. Under one graph also you can plot. All right, so here I am plotting. Here I am plotting this first thing, x and y, and second thing, a and b, under same plots. So plt dot plot, take x and y, o dash dash, and plt dot plot a minus b with o dash, just to separate between them, show the difference between them. So here it is. Okay, so in one graph itself, it's been shown this is the value for x and y, and this is the value for a and b. And you put a, not ab, you put a minus b. This is minus b here. So whatever the value of b came, na, that all will be negative. And you're showing with the o dash, no, not with o double dash. So with o, with double dash, with dash, and either removing o also. This thing, they all will give you the changes. Okay, now next, again you can draw a plot like this: x y o double dash, x minus y o dash, and give the title y equal to x and y equal to minus x. Here it is: y equal to x and y equal to minus x plot. Okay, so again very simple codes are here. One more thing: line spaces. There's a function called as line space, which is having a starting number, ending number, and exactly the number, how many numbers you want to incorporate there. So starting, stop, and the end. Starting, end, and the how many times. So return an array with an evenly spaced specified interval. Okay, you can pass the starting value, you can pass the ending value, and you can give the number of values, how much you want to plot. Okay, so I'm saying n equal to 16 with the line space 0 and 15. So between 0 to 15, draw 16 points. Between 0 to 15, draw 16 points. That's what I'm saying with the line space. Okay, so here I'm going to have print x. First I'm printing this value of x. So here it is. It's printing 0 and 15. 0 till 15. All the 16 values it printed. Now the question is, sir, if you are going to use copy, and if I do paste it here, And if I would say print 17 values, will it print or not? It gave error. No, sir. NP. Okay, NP is not defined. NumP. Import NumP as NP. Okay, run the code. So if you gave a 16, now if you gave a 16, it thought I can organize the value from 0 to 15. I can do that. If you gave 17, then its way of organizing the data is different. I need to pick 17 values. So the values will be 0, 0 0.9, 1.8, and etc. etc. If you gave 20, again it will organize the value into some different format. And if you gave, sir, I need to have only 5 values. So these are the values it will pick. It will line space will draw pick the points according to it will justify the things from its own side. Okay, so here in the above code you tick 0 15 n equal to 16, you have printed the value of x, and then you are saying give me a plot for y equal to x. So whatever the value of x now, they will be y. And I'm saying plot x and y with o dash dash x is equal to off. I don't want to show the axis. I just only want to show the line. See, this has also been a flexibility. Previously, we were showing the axis. These are the axis, x axis and the y axis. If you want to show only the line, you use like this plt dot axis off and then plt dot show. So if you run this particular code, you will get the result like this. So here are the values and here are the points. Okay, did you understood? Everyone understood? Understood this thing? Means some how you can create a plots using Matplotlib, simple plots. That means right now we are creating the lines. Is it understood? All right. um Fine. Next we are going to proceed with a code book which I have already made you in the morning itself. You can open that particular code book. Okay, that is Matplotlib thing. Okay, Matplotlib practice code 1. Okay, so you can open that particular code book. Now we will perform the coding on according to this code book. So Matplotlib, as I already told you, it's a plotting library in the Python. Okay, it provides various object oriented APIs, application programming interface. And, it can have it is having high level functions to create various kinds of plots. Right now we have seen only line plots, so it can not only can draw the line plots, it can draw the bar plots, it can draw the scatter plot, it can draw histogram, pie chart, and many more other plots can be done with the help of a matplot. There are various methods available in Matplotlib with the help of which we can draw the various kinds of plots. Okay, so Matplotlib is a convenient way to visualize and explore our data in scientific computing and the data analysis. That's why we are using the Matplotlib. Okay, now let's consider this particular code again. Um, Here I took the two basic libraries, NumPy, Matplotlib, and I'm using np.line space 015n. 015n. That means n is 16. No? You define n is 16. So in case of line space, now it will take all the values from 0 to 15. 16 values it will pick. And log space, it's going to calculate the log values from 0.1 to 2. Yeah, ask the question. Yes, 2 to 6. Okay, actually she left here. Okay, anyways. So here I am going to consider the line space and the log space. Okay, so the line space will generate 1D array of 16 equally spaced values. Okay, a 1D array of 16 equally spaced values from 0 to 15. And the log space will generate 1D array of 16 log values from 10 to the power zero point 0.1 to 10 to the power 2 log. Okay, and o dash dash, you very well know about it. So here I'm going to have log values and the line values. Okay, both are 1D. So I'm going to keep the line values on the x-axis and the log values I want to keep it on the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to calculate the log of values between point 1 to 2. Okay, and then this is what I got. These are the log values. I printed y. Okay, so it is 10 to the power log space में 10 to the power point 0.1. Uh, then again 1 2 3 4 5. See how many values are the 16 values I need to consider here. Okay, so it will take 16 log values from 10 to the power point 0.1 to 10 to the power 2. Okay, and here are the results for y, and here we are plotting the graph of it. Just simple in a one go itself. So x values are the line space value and y values are the log space value, and here you are using x and y. Okay, x and y and o dash dash. That's it. Simple plot you are using, creating a simple curve. Similarly, in the next example, I am taking geom space. I am taking your geom space. So geom space generates 1D array of geometrically spaced values. Geometrically space values ranging from point 1, ranging from your point 1 to your 2000. Okay, ranging from your point 1 to 2000. Okay, so it will be geometrically spaced values, 16 geometrically spaced values I'm going to take. Okay, and there's a formula for the log space also, geometrical space also. Okay, so for your log space the formula is something like this. Let me put you a comment here so it will be easier for you to understand. So this is for the log space between point 1 to 2. I need to pick the 16 value. So here's the formula for the log space. And for the formula for geometrically spaced values, the formula is something like here it is. Okay, let me put a comment here for the geometrically spaced. This is the formula: point 0.1 to the power 1 by n to 2000 to the power 1 by n. So 1 by n, and capital N is 16. Okay, capital N is 16. So this is the formula for the geometrical spaced values. Okay, and see, you do not have to think much, but still if you are having doubt, I'll let you know. So with this function will apply this particular formula on any of the 16 values, and it will show you here, and then draw the plot. This is the plot for it. So x values are line space, y values are geometrically spaced values, and here is the plot. Okay, and now again let us draw another plots. Here I am taking I hope this is already covered. This code is already covered. You're taking a range values 6. Okay, that means 0 to 5 x values, and y you are taking x plus 1, and here you are plotting x and y. Already done. Okay, so here is a line. Okay, then next question is your if I need to plot only x, if I need to plot only x, sir, I don't want to give y values. There are only one visualization. Okay, what this visualization is with a single line point, single line plot. That means I'm going to take the x values and I'm going to use plt.plot. So it's not mandatory that you are going to use x comma y. No, that's not mandatory. If you are having x only, na, so you can plot plt.plot x. That's it. This is also you can plot. This is your x plot. In this case, the values of y-axis are assumed. Okay, these are assumed values of x, no, y values, because we haven't given the value of y. So they are assumed on y-axis. X values I gave. So 4, 5, 3, 1, 6, 7. Okay, whatever be the values of x. So it's been here, and the y values are assumed. Here is showed 4, 5, then 1, 3, 1, whatever. 3, then whatever be the values are. Okay, so x values we gave, and the y values are assumed. Okay, again, in this case, if I say arrange 25, that means take from 0, some how much, 0 to 24. Okay, and here it is 0 to 24. All, because all the points, no? 0 to 24. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All points are obviously it's a straight line. Here in the previous case, we don't have all the points similar. That means what in a sequence manner. Here the points are not sequential. 4, 5, 3, 1, 6, 7. That's why now your line was somehow what like this way. But here we are having a range 25. That means from 0 to 24. So all the values has been taken, and the plot is your a straight line. That kind of plot you are getting, straight line. Okay. The next, now if you want to draw a quadratic graph, you can do that. Okay, how? Let us consider the value of x. X as np dot arrange 25. This is the value of your x. Okay, and then you are going to plot y. How? That means y to the power 3 plus 1 for y in x. That means you are using list comprehension here. That means whatever the value is present in x, just for y in x, okay, whatever the value in x, assign it to y, and the output is y cube plus 1. Calculate the cube and add 1 to it. That is a list comprehension you are performing. Okay, in the plot method only, you are doing this task. All right, and the result which you got is like it's a curve, obviously. It's like a cubic thing, na? Cubic equation. So this is the curve you are getting. So you can perform this operation also. All right, next. I hope these are the sample codes, and it's quite easier for you to understand. And apart from that, if you think that, sir, this code is quite quite complicated. Here I am taking y variable, and the task I'm going to doing the same, no, sir, assigning value of x to y. So why shouldn't I use only x? Why I'm assigning y and giving value to y and cubing it? No, it's better, sir. Let me take x cube plus 1 only. Okay, so whatever be the value of x, here I have assigned x equal to np dot arrange, again 0 to 24. And whatever be the value of x now, take its cube and add 1 to it. That's it. That will be my y. Okay, so here is your plot for that. And same plots. Both the plots are same. No change. Okay, and in the next example, that's what we have covered. We have seen this thing also, that if you want to visualize multiple points in the same output, that means in the same plot itself, if I need to perform multiple visualizations, so that also been possible here. Okay, with in case of matplotlib, that means let us consider x equal to np dot arrange 7. And one more thing, if it has been written percentage matplotlib inline, it means that I need to show the plot on the same page itself. That means I need to show this plot below my code itself. That is why I'm using percentage matplotlib inline. Okay, remaining these two libraries you very well know. I'm taking the value of x as np dot arrange 7. That means 0 to 6. Take from 0 to 6. Okay, then I'm plotting something. What? Plt dot plot x comma minus x ka square. I'm taking minus x ka cube. Then I'm taking minus 2 into x. Then I'm taking minus 2 to the power x. So I'm taking different functions here. Okay, for the different values for the y I'm taking here. And here is a plot which you got. In one plot only you are going to see all the lines. Okay, here. Okay, so it's you think over it that it's not a big code we are doing. Okay, the plots are which we are performing. It's quite simple. Here, if you say, sir, why you're writing plt dot plot, plt dot plot, plt dot, sir, if you want to show them in a single line, no? Sir, why you're writing like this? Do it in a one line itself. So just use comma, separated comma. Okay, plt dot plot x comma plot x comma minus x to the square, then x comma minus x ka cube, then x comma minus 2x, then x comma minus 2 to the power x. Okay, just separated by comma. You can do that. with using plot. This is also possible. All right, just in a one line itself. But there is one thing. If you think that, sir, x x it should always be there. Previously the things are clear, x and all these, but here you need to keep x same with all the outputs. Okay, now next, um I'm taking, now I just put some change. X equal to np dot array, create a numpy array, 2 3 2 5 6 and 7 4 1 5. Take two different list. Okay, this is list 1 and this is list 2. Okay, this is actually a 2D array and I need to make a plot for it. Okay, so I did. Here is the plot: 3256 and 7415. You can see how this hoshposh plot has been created. Okay, so with the 2D array also you can create a plot just using plot x. Okay, so y values are assumed, obviously, because we are only available with the x now. Y we are not available, so it's all assumed, and all these points are being plotted: 3256 and 7415. Here you can see on x-axis we are having point 2, point 4, point 6, point 8, point 1, and y-axis we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say up to 7. So 7 is here, so something which has been max value. So we believe that, sir, these values are here on y-axis, and then the and x is something which has been assumed. Any possibility is here. By seeing the curve we can see that 1 2 3 4 7 7 values are here only in the list, and they are available on y-axis. On x-axis we are having decimal values, so I guess y values are present here. Okay, for my given input. Okay, so accordingly it just plotted. Okay, create a multi-line graph with a random data. Multi-line graph, how it is, what it is. Random data. Okay, so np dot random numbers between 2 to 10. Take the random numbers, any random numbers between 2 to 10. So np dot random, and then we have done plot data 0 and data 1, data 0 and data 1. So what this multi-line graph actually means, what is happening here. I'm taking random n numbers 0 to 2 to 10, and then I'm printing the data. So the data which I printed is something like this. That means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. That means this is 2 to 10. We have the assumption which we did, and the result which we got is something different. See, we assume that random n means 2 comma 10, that means values between 2 to 10, but no, it's taking 2 means 0 and 1, and 10 means 10 values. That means it's saying create a data with indices 0 and 1. That means you took 2, that means 0 and 1, and there should be 10 values in those indices. So at the 0th index of the data, these are the 10 values, 10 random values. And between and here, that is the data of index 1, these are the 10 values. You know, uh, Always it's not like that. Things may create confusions. Okay, so it created a random data, 10 random data, but 2. That means for data 0, these are the values, and for data 1, these are the values. So 10 random data, and these are 10 10. That means 2 10 random datas. Okay, so if you are assuming, sir, between 2 to 10, no, wrong. Okay, we printed data 0, data 1 also, and here we did plotted them also. And scale everything has been decided by this particular only. Okay, plt plot, it will decide the scale. So on x axis I put data 0, on y axis I put data 1. So on x axis data 0, this is the values for data 0. Okay, and on y axis I put data 1 here, data 1 on y axis. So all scale everything will be decided by it only, and it will it will going to show you the plot. Okay, so this is how you can create a multi-line graph. Now, sir, till here we are taking the values either using a random method, or we are giving some list or something from our side. But usually when you are available with the data set, and when you convert it into data frames, so you are available with the data frame only. Okay, you need to work with the data frame, and you need to plot the values according to the columns which are present in the data frame. That's what you need to do. Okay, so the point here is, now in the next example, I am having a list 1 2 3 4 5 6. I converted into data frame. Then I am having list B. I converted it into data frame, and here are these two prints. This is your list one, a data frame. This is your list two, again a data frame. Then I told ax equal to df1 dot plot, df2 equal to plot ax equal to x. What actually I am doing here is, what actually I am going to do here, I am plotting df1 dot plot ax equal to df1 dot plot. So I'm plotting data frame 1. Okay, I am plotting data frame 1. So data frame 1 has been plot, which here you can see that there are two lines, blue line and the blue line and the orange line. So two lines. So data frame 1, whatever be the values are here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, it will be, drawn here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is your df1 line. Okay, and then in data frame 2 you are taking 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so here it is, 7 8 9 10 11 with the orange line. So you drawn both data frame 1 and data frame 2 in the same plot. Okay, so ax equal to df1 dot plot. Okay, so here you have created this value, and then you told df2 dot plot also, plot df2 also, ax equal to ax. That means here only just draw it in the same plot, just draw df2 also. That's the meaning. It's now the things become a bit complicated. Okay, just here the meaning is to understand how the plots has been created. Okay, in the next case we need to assign some grid labels and access. And there is one more thing here it's, there is a legend. It's saying that, okay, this line and this line, there are two lines here which are representing something that you will see ahead. So grid access and the labels, what these are, um, we can learn how to enable grid. Grid, we have done lots of graphs. We have, when we were in schools, and there's a graph copy. I hope you remember the graph copy. Okay, in graph copy now we used to draw the whatever. Now the things are being changed, now the everything is computerized. So what you are doing now, what you are plotting here, when we were in schools and not so much this technology has been developed, so we used to plot the graphs. Okay, take the scale, and with the pencil you are just doing x-axis making y-axis, and then you are plotting the points, and doing all these stuffs. Sometimes it was good, uh, and sometimes it's been complicated when you are manually drawing all these things, because manual something is, drawing manually is tough, but here computer is creating all the graphs for you, just you need to code. Okay, so grid, that means the lines, those complete in graph copy, the kind of grids line you say, no, that's the same thing. So we can add grid also to our plot. Okay, so and how to draw the grids, let's see. Here it is, you can see background. In background you can see the grids lines, and this code is all same. I'm taking x equal to np dot arrange 3. that means 0 to 2. And here I'm taking x 2 ka square, then again takes x x that means x square, then here I'm taking x cube, then I'm taking 2x, then I'm taking 2 to the power x. Okay, and then plt dot grid true, just make grid true, make grid true. And also you can save the figures also which has been plotted. So I'm using a method save a figure test.png. So this figure whatever will be the plotted now, it will be saved in my local drive with this particular name test.png. Okay, so I'm making grid true, and I'm drawing all these plots, and this is the show of the plot. So grid is these lines, background lines, what you are seeing. Okay, and this figure will also be saved. Okay, now next, if you want to see the limits of the axis, sir, I need to see also axis. This is your y axis, this is your x axis. Okay, axis is present here. We can also off the axis, plt dot axis off. Okay, we did off the axis in the in the previous code. We did off the axis, that is plt dot axis we have done off. So axis was not shown, but here we are not offing the axis, so axis is shown here, x axis and the y axis. Now the thing is, if you want to see what are the limits of the axis, you can use print plt dot axis. It will show you the limits. Okay, that means working from minus zero point 0.1 to 2.1, and here it is working from minus 0.84 to zero point 0.4. Okay, so minus 0.8 no, 8 to zero point 0.4 it has been working on y. On x it has been working from minus zero point 0.1 to 2.1. So this is, so first two are for the x and last two are for the y. So here you can see the limits of the axis also by plt dot axis. Okay, in the next case, here again I'm making the grid also enabled, and I'm printing the axis also. Okay, same kind of plots, so you can see. But the point is, but there is one change you did. You have justified the axis from your side. Here it is, plt dot axis 0 to minus 80. You set the axis from your side. Previously you haven't set the axis from your side. Here you have set the axis from your side. So whatever be the plot has been made now, that will be made according to the axis you have plotted. Okay, so here you have defined the axis. Axis should be between 0 to 2 for x and between minus 8 to 0 for y. Okay, and the graph will be plotted now. Here is the graph plotted between these axes. So you can define axis from your side also. Okay, next. Here you can bifurcate the things. That means here if you say in above I took plt dot axis and I took 0 to minus 80, so it understood automatically that this is for x and this is for y. Now if you just say, if I'm going to take separately, that means plt dot x limit, that is 0 comma 2, and if I want to take plt dot y limit minus 80, so you can do it separate. You can separate x and y also by using x limit and by taking y limit. Remaining all code is same. Okay, x limits and the y limits you can define separately. Okay, and then you can give labels also. Label. Okay, the label, that means on axis you give no the this axis is meant for this and this axis is meant for that. Okay, so you can define the labels also. So how to define the labels? See, here it is. I'm making grid true. These are the plot. I'm making grid true. These are the plots which I need to perform. Okay, and I'm taking plt dot x label. Remember, this is how you can give a label. Plt dot x label, x equal to np dot arrange 3. Okay, it will come on x label. Okay, here it is. You can see and x equal to np dot range 3. So whatever you give in x label under quote, it will be come as it is in that particular format on label. And you can give the y label also, y equal to f of x. Here it is seeing y equal to f of x. This is y label. So you can write labels also. And now you see how this interactive graph is. And you can give a title, simple plot demo, plot any title you can give. So you can give a title to your graph, you can name your x axis, you can name your y axis, you can set the limit from your side. Okay, and one more thing, if you haven't focused or not, see, you are showing different plots in a same graph. The colors are taken automatically to show them separate. It doesn't mean that you are showing everything in the same plot. So what about colors? It took automatically. I haven't given any color here. For all these plots, the color has been taken: orange, green, red, blue. That's taken automatically. I haven't defined anything. Okay, so now this you can say, okay, grid is enabled, label is enabled, title is given. Okay, everything has been now been present here in this graph. You can save also using save. You can save this plot also. I've already told you. Okay, save figure, this thing. If you want to save in your hard drive, local disk, so you can use plt.save figure with some name. Okay, fine. Now you can pass an argument to the parameter label function, and then you can call the legend to create a legend. Okay, how? Let us understand this thing also. Here, numpy matplotlib very well know. X equal to np dot arrange 0 1 2. No. Now I need to create a plot. I need to create a plot. That means x is x, okay, and y is x to the power 2 with a negative. Label I want to give on this particular line. Okay, now the question is, sir, you will ask, sir, which colored line is showing what for what it has been meant for? In above curve, blue stands for what curve? We are not understanding, sir. Orange stands for which line, sir? Red stands for which line? Green stands for which line, sir? We don't know. Kindly show us what color represents what. Okay, so here I am taking label. I am giving label minus x to the power 2 for this, label minus x to the power 3, label this thing, and label this thing. I am preparing these plots separately and giving label to each. Then I am making plt dot legend. Okay, very important. This function, this function legend is to create a legend. So you are seeing this box now. This box, this box is called as legend, which has been shown in the graph. Okay, so I am using here label, and by using legend method, it will create a box of all these labels. Okay, and here I'm making grid equal to true, and again label on x label I'm giving this thing. This is your x label. Okay, and this is your y label. You have put x limit also, you have put your y limit also, and you have given the title also. That's it. Now here in case of legend is enabled, so it's telling you, okay, blue color is for this particular thing, orange color is for this particular, green, and okay, everything that's being showing. Now you can differentiate which line stands for which line, which equation. So you can give a legend here. All right, so again here you you give a legend, but in a different format. How? You have used the plot. In plot you have given all these equations, and legend you have prepared a list for them. Previously you just called the legend, and plot was taken separately with the labels. If you don't want to give a label, if you don't want to give label separately, here label separately, if you don't want to give, then What can be considered? What can be considered? Here the point is, you can make it correct from your side. Here the point is, just take legend separately with a separated list. It's a list, prepare a list of it and make all of them here in one go. And here is your plot. Okay, without giving this label stuff. Okay, let me correct it. Label equal to, in quotes, minus minus x. What it was? 2 into 2 into minus x, I guess. 2 into minus x, whatever. Minus 2 into x. Okay, and just complete this. Fine. So you can create you can create a label by this thing also, just by preparing a list without giving the labels which we have given here above. All right. Then also you're going to get the same graph. Okay, fine. Let me stop the recording.